You want to know what you should definitely avoid in your shoulder impingement syndrome? Then stay tuned. I will tell you. And Renee shows a wonderful Liebscher and Bracht exercise that I specifically developed for it. In my opinion, it is super well suited. And now briefly information about the impingement syndrome.
What is it actually?
People want to stay like that. People want to raise their arm. It goes up to here, then it gets very, very difficult, and then it doesn't work at all. Sometimes it gets easier afterwards. So it is a constriction. Impingement means compression. And it is assumed that the acromion here and the humerus, the head, which is there, are too tight. And therefore impingement, therefore pinched. And that's why it hurts there. And it can be very persistent without going away. And the problem is, people often adopt a protective posture because of it. That means they try not to move the shoulder anymore. And although avoiding movement is when the body says pain, if I don't make movement because of the pain, I'm already avoiding it. But additionally, to spare in the sense of immobilizing, not moving at all, that I would definitely not recommend. Quite the opposite. We will now do the special exercise that I announced. And with that, you can really work your way out of this problem area millimeter by millimeter. But before we do that, don't forget, we have the Big Spring Live training on Sunday, April 28th from 11 to 11:30 a.m. 30 minutes, simple exercises, very efficient exercises where you really notice afterwards what has changed in your body. Definitely participate in that. Above all, if you still need a little motivation to stretch regularly, that can be a wonderful start. And now for the exercise. We'll pretend that Renee's problem is in his right shoulder. Renee, take your right arm and place it next to you.
Yes.
Yes, so normally there would already be pain in many people. And the process is now like this. You always go a little higher, keeping the shoulder on the ground. That is important. Always a little higher. And at some point it could be, maybe here, that you notice, oh, now it starts to tighten. Maybe it is already a premonition of the pain that you also have when lifting your arm higher up, that you notice something is happening, it is going in an uncomfortable direction. Then you stay exactly at this angle. Stay lying there, place the leg of your opposite side, so right arm out, opposite side is left, you place it 30 centimeters stretched to the side and the right one next to it.
Yes.
Yes. So, now you have a bend in it here. We do this so that the angle of the shoulder that you have set remains unchanged and does not change when turning. Then turn your head to the left and go into a push-up position. Move the right shoulder so that it definitely makes contact with the ground. Push yourself a little into left rotation and extend your left knee out.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yes.
So, and now you notice, now you are going into the stretch. And it may well be that the pain, which you already had a bit of a feeling for at the beginning, is now getting stronger. Is also absolutely no problem. Then you go further and as far as you can currently tolerate. So, if that is not a pain from stretching, but exactly the pain you feel in your shoulder at higher angles, it doesn't matter at all. You feel your way there, very carefully of course, and in such a way that it is just bearable, then you stay lying there and wait for a moment. Yes, maybe it takes 10 seconds, maybe it takes 20 seconds. At some point, this pain triggered by the position will probably subside because the tissue has then given way. Then you go a little bit more into the stretch.
Can I also do that with my arm?
No. The arm stays where it is. The arm stays where it is because we want to carefully work our way further into the area where this constriction is and then carefully dissolve it. In case of acute shoulder pain that quickly worsens, I would not recommend doing strength training for now, just passive stretching. And later on you can start doing this. I will explain how it would work. You are in the exact position and now press as hard as possible with your arm down against the floor. Press really hard, release again, and then go a little further into the stretch.
That works.
That would be the strength training. Yes, it's fine with you because you don't have a real problem, but if you really had pain in there, then you would probably think that's a bit much. So, and then the next day, you would go back down, lie down like that, first in a neutral position, and you would see, okay, how far can it go today? And then you might notice a day or a few days later, oh, now you can go this far. You would do the same there. Yes, stretch again. We show it again. Left leg out as the opposite side, right leg in, turn head to the left, so away from the stretch, support left arm, and then do the stretch there.
Does the leg come out?
Oh yes, exactly. Did you forget now, right?
You forgot that.
Yes, you are doing the exercise. Yes, so nicely lay out, because with the knee, you can also help yourself to push the pelvis even further around, and with the arm, to push the torso further around. Okay? And so you increase more and more, and eventually you are maybe ready to go back so that you can reach the 45-degree angle. It may take 1, 2, 3 weeks for the pain to go away when lifting. It may already be gone if you practice here and don't stretch in there. So this is probably much earlier. But in order to achieve full mobility, you eventually end up with 45 degrees for the shoulder, then extend the leg again. You push yourself out into the stretch, and then you notice now, René also notices now, although he has no problem with his shoulder, but that is the biggest bottleneck. So it will be most evident whether something is too tight or not. And when that eventually happens, then you are out of the worst and your shoulder will likely feel completely normal again. And shoulder problems, impingement and shoulder pain, calcific shoulder, all of this here, in all of these conditions, even in a frozen shoulder, you can apply exactly that. And it is so common, please spread the word, to all people who have such a problem who do not want to get one. At work, in the sports club, wherever you are, please spread the word, also show the exercise, and say where it comes from, and that there are more exercises available so that people slowly realize that they can do so much against their pain. And now a small variation. If for any reason you cannot lie on your stomach and do it on the floor, then simply go to the wall. That would be like this. You go to the wall, make contact with your right shoulder, find the height at which you can do it. Maybe here, you go in contact with the shoulder, take the other hand to push yourself away, position the legs so that you can absorb some pressure.
Can I also adjust them differently?
Yes, exactly. You have to feel a little yourself and then simply do the exercise against the wall. Has exactly the same effect. And you don't have to lie on the ground, of course, also suitable for in between when you are on the go. A complete routine for impingement, for shoulder, for calcific shoulder, for frozen shoulder can be found here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, so you don't miss any videos with René and me, be sure to activate the alarm bell. No, the bell.
Alarm bell sounds wrong.
No, just subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss anything. Until next time.
Goodbye.